This is Olili Military Training School in Katakwi district under the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Young men and women are seen struggling to anchor the makeshift roof on a mud and water structure. The structures are only part of the accommodation quarters, popularly known as Mama Ingia Pole, or Manyatas, which are grass-thatched huts that house first-time trainees who sign up for National Guard duty. Young men are part of the recruits mobilized by the Uganda People's Defense Forces National Recruitment Team, who are undergoing a basic military training course for the local defense personnel. President Museveni recently commissioned 2,611 local defense personnel, 475 of whom were female, after 6 months of rigorous training in a harsh military and warrior-like environment at Olili Training School in Palam Sub-County, Ngariam County, Katakwi District. Olili is only one of such training facilities that have been established with support of the community, which donated land and sell food to the schools to enhance peace and security in the country and region, the first being Labwondong Training School in Nagago District, where over 2,610 local defense personnel graduated from recently. For years since its formation, the Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF has improvised for its soldiers who have prioritized the country's peace and security against their own welfare.
And I want to congratulate the UPDF for listening to our strategy of how a young country can defend itself using little resources. These people should take the picture, you, the media, should take the picture of the camp. See that our soldiers are staying in grass huts. Even those Katakwists, the leaders who are coming from Katakwi, they should learn from the army how to live simply and serve the people. Because we are not an American army, we didn't take slaves to get money from other people and build our countries. We were under kings who are not very clever, who are not seeing far. Then we were taken over by the colonialists. Then the new colonialists. We are now beginning. But a beginner can run his home. Only that you do it within your means. So all these leaders, political people who don't see this, who don't see that you need to live humbly in order to serve your people, are really parasites and should be rejected. The army is an example. If we did not train simply like this, how would we manage? If we had to wait for gorofas, for permanent buildings. So you take the picture, the camp overhead, and you show those parasites in Kampala. The ones who eat food which is already cooked. They don't know how it is cooked, they just eat. UPDF is not Muriabiengede. It works from with very little resources, but provide the service for the people.
Despite the poor remuneration, the UPDF remains one of the most popular institutions, attracting professionals in their ranks. The school commandant at Olili Training School, Lieutenant Colonel Elia Kemugasa, said they have seen a rise in educated recruits registering for National Guard duties.
The students we are getting these days are educated, so assimilation is high, and the attitude, because they know what they want. These are educated people. They know what they want. The attitude is positive. And I have trained recruits, but this intake, I must confess, has been a disciplined.
This year's intake included 4 recruits with master's degrees, 448 with bachelor's degrees, 143 with diplomas, 549 with certificates in different fields, 699 with USCE certificates, and 486 with UCE, or its equivalent.
Graduates, A-level, the last were the O-levels. And that's why they perform well, because educated people learn quickly. So with the higher education level in Uganda, we are going to have a very good army.
Commenting on the housing challenge, General Museveni said he has already instructed the Army Engineering Brigade to undertake all army housing needs instead of relying on contractors who tend to be expensive.
The army will develop the infrastructure of this area, starting with, as he was saying, health, water, classrooms, eventual accommodation for instructors and for trainees. That's how we normally do things.
President Museveni also pledged to address the housing and accommodation challenges by constructing in phases housing units in all barracks in the country. Construction of modern housing for serving officers and men is already underway. The president commissioned housing projects at Masaka-based UPDF Armored Brigade that included 4 state-of-the-art flats with 16 units each, capable of accommodating 64 families of armed officers. The president emphasized that while the UPDF starts from a humble beginning of sleeping in grass-thatched houses, it is gradually upgrading to permanent structures, but still serves Ugandans and the region. Rabondong Training School is particularly keen in maintaining peace and security in the northeastern region, which is constantly affected by the armed Karamajong cattle raiders.
The future is very bright for Uganda, because with the good army, with the private sector, with the infrastructure, with an educated population, nothing can stop us from moving forward.
The Chief of Defense Forces, General Wilson Mbasumbadi, said their aim is to build the UPDF into a formidable force to maintain peace and security in the country and the region to ensure its economic transformation goals.
Your Excellencies, this is in line with your guidance on cost-effectively scaling up the existing formidable national security infrastructure that can deal with any security threats by consolidating peacetime capacity.
Bernard Yiga, UBC News.